Hey gang. Well, my day is just started again. This is such a crazy day. Um, like I said, this is eclipse season. I don't know what's going on, but this morning I felt like really like spinning and my head on this side and then one side of my left side of my feet start tingling. And I was like, what is going on? So, the thing is even though you may or may not have this monkey mind, but that's happens when you start calling mom up and she starts saying, "Eh, no, call your doctor." So I call my doctor and they're like, oh, call the ER. So go down to the ER and I'm like, I don't know where everything is nowadays since I came back, and so I start to call these places and I have to like literally drive myself out there because I didn't know what was happening. And it was really a scared. I just didn't know what was going on. I mean, I went to, you know, on Thursday, I didn't went to the doctors and I was okay because, I'm changing my life, because I've been living out in Los Angeles and now back here in Hawaii and maybe back somewhere else because whew, Cocojor is just really getting back to her roots. And, Hawaii is beautiful and Hawaii will always be my home. But it's funny when you come back home, for some reason, it's so different from the United States. And me living out in, Beverly Hills for like 5, 6 years, it really changed me as a person, and looking at things really differently. And so you can't bring a lot of this Hawaii tita and all that stuff into, well, did you just see that? Yeah, that white thing. I don't know what it was. You can bring that into LA because, you know, half the people won't understand what you're more than half won't understand. There it goes again. You see that fine? And so that was a huge change. And but the thing is when you come back to Hawaii and everything opens up, that lehua comes out and start woohoo. But it's nice and I love it. It's fun. But I'm going and now really putting together, the next phase of Cocojor, which is out, guess where? The land of Sailor Moon, Japan. So I can't wait. I just anyways to go back. So I went to the emergency. I got all of this done, and they're like taking me because my head was just acting really funny since Thursday. And I mean Thursday I was okay, and then Friday was all right, and then Saturday, you know, went out and stuff and wasn't feeling so good. And then Sunday came, I wasn't really not eating because I was like throwing up, feeling nauseated, and all these different energy was started to move in me, and it was like, whoa, what's going on? So the reason why I'm making this video, because a lot of people who are sensitive and going through this you know, changing of energy, because the energy right now, especially eclipse season, and those who are so into this, it's on steroids, and it's like your body and everything else is going through these changes. And so, those people that are extra sensitive or highly sensitive people or empath, or you have this feeling that there's some changes happening within yourself. And like I said in my other video, there's this tug and war energy of there is a lot, because sometimes in life we don't know what kind of energy that surrounds us. And sometimes, like, I learned that that energy sometimes just sit, with you or be with you and stuff. So, and when you bring into this next wave of energy, sometimes you have to let things go. And sometimes with that, you create the new you, or the new now, or the new who you are. Because in life, there's so many different phases, like the season, and it's okay to, like a butterfly, to shed some of the skin and rebirth yourself. And until you find that, you know, the true character, and sometimes the true character is really going back to our innocent time of who we are as a kid. And, and looking back, and it was so wonderful to be able to talk about my me as a person, and having somebody saying they get it. They bring the best out of it, and when somebody gets it, they'll expect, where they want to see you thrive for your best. And sometimes we don't have that mirror of reflection of somebody telling us the truth, and sometimes we do hear the truth, and we're just not listening, or we're not saying it at the right time, at the right phase, at the right moment. And until we get it, we still go through this cycle, this vicious cycle, right? And hoping things would change, when really the person that really needs to change is yourself. You're in control. You know your destiny, and you know who your true person, the best person. And those people that will recognize it, and those that won't, it's really their choice. But you're not living for that choice of what somebody else want you to do, or box you and things. And today was, when they wheeled me in, and it was scary. It was so scary, like I didn't know what was going on, because I just wasn't feeling good. And people that love me said, just kept on saying, just go to the ER, and I did. And I think that's when I got this awakening. And the thing is that when you get this feeling, and this happened to me, oh my God, look at the time. 1122 confirmation. I started this video at 1111. Oh my God, this is like a confirmation that what I'm talking about and what I'm saying right now is really, you see this synchronicity, because that's what happens when you go through these changes. And, life is just kind of unexpected when things happen, and I've been so lucky that in my life, there's just so much of the synchronicity, and so much of this deja vu, and so much of, God, I was there in that life. And or you see things that's a little different. And when that happens, it's okay, because you know what? Nothing is wrong with you, and nothing is going to be right for the next person. And if we don't listen to that voice, or that echo, or of who we really want to do, I'm sorry. I'm just, you know, um, we're going to go and talk about stigma empath, because that's what I am. And right now, like I'm saying, that there is this huge surge of energy. And sometimes when you're so lucky to have good people that really cares and loves and want to see you thrive, they'll come into your life like that. And when they do, you got to really start to work really quickly to put the dots, or you can just turn yourself around. Like, I think that's where it was the pinnacle point today, where I had the choice to really, for like, how to really figure this thing out, because all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. And this camera keeps on going on and off. I don't know. This is getting, because there's just too much light. And I like this, Cocojor mood out here. I like this energy because it really brings out the true me. And it really brings out, where sometimes I am the lone wolf, where I love to work like this. I mean, like, just sitting here, I'm like on the other side of the world. And that's why I was like getting all these texts. Because like I was saying, Cocojor Japan. Okay. Sorry. See, this is me. I get so into, like, it's funny because some people it works better at in the daytime, but I work like in the daytime. I'm so busy with my garden because I love to just grab that energy, that morning beautiful energy. And oh my God, you should see my garden. It's so cute. And so, all these things that I really wished upon when I came back, and I'm so happy to say, and I truly appreciate it much more now. I mean, like when I got wheeled down the corridors out to the C scan, and I was like, oh my God, I was just like in tears and being scared. But these two gentlemen were so nice, and I felt like I was going into this Sailor Moon thing. It was like, I'm like, oh, I'm so scared. I never done this before. I don't know why I'm feeling like this. And then, you know, they said, oh, do you have earrings? I had to take out my earrings and my stuff. And I just looked at it and said, wow, all of that, you know, like in life, it's like it just fit my jewelry in this one bottle. Is it a pee bottle? I don't know what this is. But anyways, it is a pee bottle, I think. Oh, anyways, life, you know, it's just so short that you don't know. And if you don't know, and being in that wishy-washy, because sometimes when we go through life, we go through many different phases, and we try to find the best character on who you are and what you are, and what that best time of your life that you can bring it into. Because what I always learn in yoga is that it's never too late, you're never too sick, you're never too old to do it, to just do it. Oh, I'm just having this moment right now, and I feel that, wow, it's just a heavy energy, just like gave me the confirmation that it's okay to let go. And that's really just part of healing, because we really all suffered. It just not only, you know, me or it's not, it's everyone. Everyone has a different hurt, a different episode, a different chapter, a different pain, a different sorrow. And we just have to overcome. And to overcome, you have to really come back to home base and find yourself. And once you find yourself, you can find out what makes who you are. And exactly is Japan. I mean, like, my mom is from Japan and my dad is, local Japanese. So I'm 100% Japanese. And there's just so many facets that of life that I walk through that really I'm like, what am I doing? I should create my Cocojor Japan series. I mean, it's so like my Japanese food and how to make onigiri and how to go to 7-Eleven and how to order sushi and just how to do the Japanese tea ceremony. I think I'll take you guys there. There's one in Waikiki, and I hope Betty-san is still there. And you know, I have a degree in Japanese tea ceremony, and I get like, what? You see in social media and how they do it, and it's like, please, honey, there is an art to that. So, all these things that I'm thinking of making my series, and now that, I just finished my call with Japan and waking up Cocojor Japan, like seriously, you know, it's so much fun. Okay, if I look at this, I'm going to start because that's how, that's what it is. That's like my life. And I enjoyed this life that I've been doing, created Coco Jor from two dogs named Coco and Jordan and created, Coco Jor. And so it's been a real great challenge at the same time. Whew, you also lose yourself somewhere and you miss a lot in life. And so I think now this new chapter of things that I've really experienced and really went through eating, praying, of all these things that I learned in Japan of praying and meditation. And I was just talking to someone about that. And I would love to go and take you guys on that tour in Japan to see that real doku doku no atami and yocchan oji-san ga ireba ii na tte. The fresh, like right off the boat out there in Atami. And it's changed a lot. And I would love to see that where I was back in when I was like in my 20s, And so Doko wa shiritai. I have so many fun things and so much fun venture to talk about and share my culture, my language, my love. Really, it's like a eat, pray, and love venture with Coco Shore. So that I got kind of excited. And so we're also planning on doing in Japan our seminars and and we're also working on doing them coming to Hawaii and us going to Japan. So there's so many things that we're working on right now. And Lily, oh, look at this. Oh my God. Look at the time. 133. Three confirmation already. It's like 111, 122, and now 1133. So it's a confirmation, and that's how it works. And so synchronicity is part of this awakening, this weirdness that Lily, it awakened me. Really awakened me when I went through the MRI today. I thought I was going through like Sailor Moon land, where a whole bunch of all these things of the character of life came in. And I'm like, Okay, what am I supposed to do? And they said, just close your eyes and just relax and just, and all I could see was a vision of Sailor Moon. I'm like, what is going on? It was just kind of bizarre. But anyways, I don't know what it was, but anyways, life is really where you bring out the best character, the best life that you have. And at my age, I can feel the changes. And it was some people said a rude awakening, or it was a Kundalini awakening, or people may say it's just one hell of a spiritual awakening. It was an awakening that happened to me this weekend, and wanted to jump in and share that with you because wow, I literally had to go to the hospital, and it was like, why am I doing all of this? And it, like, literally when I went to the MRI, that's when I felt it. Like the old me, like, kind of went, and the new me of how I'm gonna feel is gonna change. And you know what was the weirdest thing? Like, you get this thing after you come out. And I was looking at it because I just wanted to hurry up and go home. They couldn't find nothing wrong with me. And I'm like, I thought I was having an aneurysm. I thought I was having a stroke. I thought I was having something. And they're like, your blood pressure is great. You know, stay hydrated. There is, they don't know because on my scan, they said there was nothing. But look what I found. And I'm like, that's not my head. Can you see it? It said L. That's not a head. It's somebody's foot. Like, it's an ankle. Hello. And when I look, and I'm like, I don't have an ankle like that. My feet is not this big. And I look at it, and it's actually a 69-year-old lady who was born either November or January 3rd, 1953. And that's her name over here. Stump. I'm sorry. It belongs to a stump. So maybe this is oh my God. This is so weird. This is the left side, and like my left side was having this tingle, like all the way over here. And I was just telling my girlfriend about the Achilles heels, and the last time, like I had to go. I'm sorry, but remember this because somebody was like, I had that. Oh my God, this is like a trippy mystery. And that's one part about being a stigma empath. Like, you keep on going into the rabbit hole to find out like what. And all of these things are like signs. But this is Mrs. Stump's foot. So I'm gonna call them and say, hey, but I read the message on things that's, like, tonight is all making sense. And those are the kind of things that we use as signs. And don't think that, you're going through this weird thing. It's not weird. It's the universe is confirming you, it's giving you angel numbers, it's telling you that you're on the right path because you're awakened, right? And you go out and you go on this scavenger hunt, but in Hawaii they call it the Buddha hunt. But you go out there and you search to find. And when you find it, of course, there's some times that you need to clean out and see how it's not going to happen overnight, because we are creatures of bad habits. And if we really, really want to stop some of, our own bad habits, really, this is that time of the month before we start anew. It's hard to go cold turkey and stop because you're going to get the after effect, but really start working on thyself because, there's, like I said, there's going to be like some food changing and like medical. I mean, like, hello, you're getting somebody else's medical records on your visit at the ER. So that just proved, I'm not making this up. It's just proof that this is the changes that, you know, that's there. And so this gave me a wake up call that, it's like, oh my God, my auntie had aneurysm and she passed away. And, maybe I'm getting this because that happened to me when I literally moved to LA. And I just went in there. I never been, living in a apartment before. And I hear this footstep on my head, and it was just kind of like, whoa, everything was just kind of like, and I started palpitating. And, it's just when that happens, is your body is in this frequency, this energy of change. And the same thing happened to me when it was time to change from LA to Honolulu. And I'm lucky I did because literally a week later, it got shut down for COVID. Mm. So I have to stay hydrated. And so, really, it's sometimes like some of these pain, like on my shoulder, oof, all these symptoms that I'm experiencing, this is like the real thing. So if you are experiencing these changes, it's because it's going up. The awakening is like a serpent from your back to your top, which a lot of your alignment, as well as your balance, as well as your kundalini is structuring so it can bring out and open your third eye. And that's what happened. And it's like when it's going to happen, some people happen. This happened when it first hit me out there, and I made a video about that rainbow that just hit me, boom. And then the other time I was doing a video, the rainbow just hit me there. It's like these signs are coming, and those people that are ready, it's really gonna like take you very strongly because they know that you can really change to that true character of yourself. So, you know, it's not going to happen overnight. Sometimes we have to say goodbye to some of these of who you are because it's time to really graduate and flow up because you deserve it. And it's not about you're better than someone or anything. It's just a change of energy, the change of life, the change of you. And it's okay. It's okay because it took me a while to say, am I going to start talking about this or am I not going to start talking about this? Because, a lot of people don't talk about really what you experience in life. And, for me is I don't have any kids. I don't have anything, and the thing that I want to give is to leave something for everyone, especially for the animals and for the well-being and teaching people, like really teaching people, whether it's detoxing the dog or eating at a ramen shop or eating the great sushi or makeup and going natural. It's okay because sometimes you can just and change and look good and going shopping and all these things that I love to do, especially gardening too. So lots of things that I am and my team. She's on it. Oh my God, stop. Like, how do I know it's 1144? Because I just got her and she said she's in my Amazon. This is like weird. Today is such a weird day because anytime this happened, I have to remind myself on this certain day. Wait, I'm just going to copy this. That's how I am. I have my girl out in India and she's just putting in all of our Amazon stuff. So if you are an Amazon buyer, don't forget to check out Cocojor on Amazon. And we have our all natural shampoo that's where else? Made in Japan and it smells so good. It's like when you smell it, it's like, oh my God, reminds me of Japan. And it smells like Hawaii. So we have our Plumeria as well as our original. So don't forget, if you have Amazon, check us out at Cocojor and buy us from there. Or you can go to our website at cocojor.com and or I'm sorry, cocojorchannel.com because we just started our shampoo challenge. So don't forget to check out our shampoo challenge and sign up for our itchy stinky guidebook where you can just click on and download, real quick. So that's our free gift of aloha to you. And most of all, I am so grateful that really I am just so grateful. Like when I came out and everything was all negative and it's really just, I came back, the first thing I did was really just start going into my plants and getting my fingers all dirty and feeling the earth and feeling myself be grounded and making myself feel that this is the journey because just so happened today was my meeting with Japan. And oh, we just put up a new blog on our cocojor.com as well as our cocojorchannel.com because we also have our YouTube on that too. So lots of new things. And don't forget to go and sign up on our Instagram on our Cocojor that's moving real into you can't see it. So this is the changes of life that it happened. And I'm so happy that, really it's time for change. And Cocojor is here to really expand. And I don't know how to do this. Oh, just check us out on, and you can look for us at Cocojor Japan. And you see my character right here. Just look for my character. So anyways, I look forward to really spending the next weeks and I'll take you deep into it. And once we get Cocojor Japan, open and things like that, now that we can travel to Japan, I hope you guys can join us out there. We're gonna have so much fun, really eat, pray, because they have beautiful temples, their architecture, their art, and most of all, love one another and feel so great. And once again, thank you, namaste, and sorry for really, a long video, but this is like, for me, it's like saying it where you go through this transition and it's okay because really life is to grow and expand and just really spread your wings because it's almost butterfly season. And can't wait till you guys see the next episode. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and most of all, Take care and sayonara. Mata ne. Instead of saying aloha, well, maybe I can say both aloha and jane.